Man, thanks for the time today.
Uh-huh.
I just want to ask, I saw your stuff on social media of you delivering the meals to the healthcare workers. I'm just curious, why was that important to you, and what did you take away from that experience?
First of all, I just want to say sorry. I'm getting a room added to my house. So give me like 1 second. Okay. I mean, basically, me and my mom, like, we talk a lot about like giving back, and that was like the way I was raised, and like my mom, she's actually a nurse. Like she always comes home and like talks about how like people like don't care like about them like risking their lives every day, and stuff like that. So I was like, Mom, like, I mean, maybe I can do something here in Kansas City, for like the healthcare workers. I mean, it can be small, it can be big. So we just came up with the idea of just partnering with Chick-fil-A and then just giving sandwiches. And plus, like, I love seeing people smile. It was a good time, like seeing people smile, seeing people catch sandwiches. That was a good time. So I really had a good time.
Okay, let's go to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Tyreek, thanks for doing this, man.
Yep.
I know that nationally for a long time you've been looked at as the speed guy, and I know it's been something for you to want to be recognized as one of the top receivers in the NFL. You got the stats sort of taken away from you last year with that early injury. Are you looking at this year as the year for that? And just, if so, how are you preparing mentally and physically?
I mean, I just feel like, I'm already blessed, with just being able to play the game of football. I mean, I feel like stats, they'll come, I try not to worry about that. I try not to worry about like getting the ball or nothing like that, because my job is just to win. Like, I just want to win. Like I've always been a part of a winning culture, and I've always been taught, team is first. There's no I in team. So, I mean, with the injury, like I said, I mean, I'm fine with that. I've been working my butt off this whole offseason trying to get my collarbone stronger, and we'll just see how the season goes. I'm just blessed to be a part of this organization, so.
Okay, let's go to Karen Kornacki. Go ahead, Karen.
Hi, Tyreek. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, hi. I was looking for your box. I was like, which one is it?
I know. I'm not the guy with the hat on down there. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, I see some of these workouts you post and they look amazing, but
Right.
what edge can you get in speed when you're doing workouts? I mean, you're the fastest person like in the league, but
Uh-huh.
what is it that you can do that can enable you to step it up even more? I mean, can you find an edge for speed?
Well, I'm kind of taking like a different approach this year. I'm doing yoga 2 times a week, so I'm getting into yoga a lot. So I've been like trying to open up my hips a lot more, open up my glutes and things like that, and I've been feeling amazing. Like I've been getting out of routes like even better. So it's gonna be crazy. Like I feel like this is gonna be a crazy year for me. So I'm excited.
Let's go to Herbie. Herbie, go ahead, buddy.
I can't hear him.
Oh, Herbie, there you go. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
there you go. Hey, Tyreek, how you doing, man?
Doing amazing. How are you?
Hey, I'm well, thanks. We know what you bring to the offense, but I'm curious your thoughts on what the Chiefs did with their first-round pick, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. How do you think he's going to mesh in with what you do on the outside and the things that he can bring?
To be honest, I didn't even know who that was at first, and then like I looked at his highlights. I was like, dang, this dude is short, but he good though. He cold. But I think he's definitely gonna be like I believe he's definitely gonna be like a Darren Sproles type back, come in, scat back, who can catch the ball out the backfield, get those scrimmage yards when you need them, and he's gonna be tough. Like I feel like with the mind of Andy Reid, like anything's possible. He can line you up out there and get 15 yards, which is crazy. So he just that goated with it. I mean, and that's not taking away anything from like the amazing athletes that we got, but I'm just saying, Coach Reid, he's just a wizard with the way he draws these plays up.
Let's go to Sarin Petro. Go ahead, Sarin.
Tyreek, thank you for the time. You've been through a contract, right? And having that distraction and everything you got to do. I know everybody says they have agents for it, but agents have to get the player's approval. So I know that there's time and energy that has to go into that. Right now, Patrick Mahomes and the extension for him is being talked about. I know everybody says, hey, it's going to get done. Does he, number one, have you talked to him about how to stay focused and how to work through that process. And we know fans, are confident it's going to get done, but maybe just a little bit nervous until it gets done. What's it like being a teammate of his and knowing that that's got to get done here at some point?
I feel like me and Patrick conversations are typically about, just winning. I feel like the contract situation, and I'm sure he feels the same way. It'll get done when it get done. We just love playing the game of football, so, we just blessed to be able to play this game that we love, and we just fortunate enough to get paid for it, like a lot of money. So, like I said, I'm sure Pat is thinking the same way I'm thinking. He just want to play ball and just continue to win as many Super Bowls as we can, because this is our window. So
let's go to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, what's up, Tyreek?
What's up, man?
I'm wondering, you saw a lot of double teams last year, and I'm wondering if it was more than you anticipated, more than you thought you had seen previously in your career, and just how mentally you're handling the fact that, it's not always going to be your day because of the attention you're getting from defenses.
That's a good question. Sometimes it's first grade, because you want to be a part of the game plan sometimes, but sometimes, like I said, you just got to think about this is a team game, and there are other athletes on the field who can make the same plays, so. And that's what makes this offense so special. Like, you just can't double team me. You can't double team Kelsey, because then you got one-on-ones all across the field, and that's the advantage Chiefs, right? So, like I said, it's frustrating sometimes, but with the good teammates that I got, with the good coaching staff that I got, Coach Reed, he's able to like scheme me open when needed.
Let's go to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Tyreek, hope you're doing well, man, and love to see all the stuff you're doing in the community. I know at this time being a little different, with the coronavirus going around, but it's also had you spending time with family. I just curious, how's it been with your time spending with your family and, working out individually, but just spending time with your family? How good has that been for you to kind of slow down and spend some time with them?
It's been great, actually. I've had a chance to have all four of my kids, which is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, so it's fun, it's challenging, but it's also like a process of me getting a process of me like bettering myself, so I'm enjoying every step of it. I like being a father to me is like going out and like it's amazing. I don't know, man, but it's just been fun, But I will say it has been hard, because having four babies, because I got twins and I got a 1-year-old, and I got Zev. He's about to turn 5. Like, it's like hard, Zev is like, he's like can like take care of himself. He can manage himself, but the twins and the other babies. Oh, my son is crying right now. Ow! So yeah, dealing with kids is like hard, man. I be struggling. I be struggling, man. This is actually my junior right here, Tyreek Jr. You gonna say what's up?
Let's go to BJ Kissel. Go ahead, BJ.
Hey, Tyreek, one of the guys that I know going back on social, talking about how fast he is with McCole Hardman. And last year is kind of the young guy kind of working his way into your group with the Legion of Zoom and all the plays that you guys made. Just what do you think of his ceiling and what we could expect from him going into his second year as somebody who was around him, who saw how quickly he developed, how quickly he learned the offense? Just, I know there's so many balls that could go around, but just what do you expect from him as a player and his development going into his second year?
Well, I think Miko is going to continue to be a heck of a player. But it's all about mindset. I feel like if he continues to do what he has been doing in the past and work his butt off, he's going to be amazing. There is no ceiling for this kid. I feel like he's definitely a 1,000-yard receiver every year, with the targets, obviously. But he just got to continue to work. Like, he got to be different. Like, he got to find something to be different at every year. You know, it just can't be speed. It just can't be, you know, relying on outrunning everyone, you know. Like, because sometimes it's going to be a contested catch. Sometimes it's going to be like you got to get off a jam. Like, you got to work on those things. So I feel like, I mean, he is going to work on those things because he wants to be great. He wants to be a part of this offense, and then he likes the challenge. So he's going to be great.
All right, guys. I know we got a lot of hands up here, but we've got time for a couple more. So let's go Adam and then finish it off with Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Tyreek. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Sammy Watkins had some interesting things to say the other day, and I was wondering, just from your 2 years with him, what kind of teammate he's been, and do you have any stories that maybe sort of illustrate why you feel that way?
What was said?
You didn't see all the comments from Sammy? Oh, there was a bunch of stuff. He was talking about stuff that happened early in his career with Buffalo. He's talked about how he's kind of taken a step back here. He's kind of sort of said that, well, this is your team or this is Travis's team, and he's kind of taken a step back here. So just kind of wondering what kind of teammate you feel like he's been in his 2 years with you, and what stories maybe you have that make you feel that way.
He's a butthole. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, don't write that. But Sammy, he's been a great teammate. Ever since he's came into the locker room. I mean, he's always been like the quiet guy. But once we get into like the meeting room, he's always helping us with routes and stuff like that. I mean, I just feel like that's all talk what you just said. I mean, I had to go check it out myself and read it, but I don't believe that. I don't believe he said that about he taking a step back. But he has been a great teammate. I will say that, though. To the younger guys, to myself, to everyone. You know, I don't feel like I mean, even during the games when like he don't get the ball, I feel like he just be chilling. He don't say nothing. He just go out there and work hard, you know?
All right, let's go to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt. Close us out.
Hey, Tyreek, appreciate the time. Hope you're enjoying time with the family there.
Yep.
I'm curious because in the past, usually by this time, even before OTAs start, you're usually out on the field and working with some of the guys, you know, catching passes from Pat, even working with Keith. Have you been able to do any of that? Have you been able to get together with any of the teammates or get together with your coaches and do any on-field work?
To be honest, we haven't been able to do anything, but I believe we have something coming up soon. A bunch of the guys plan on coming back early and just getting together and just throwing some passes together, you know. So I hope so. I really hope so, because I haven't ran a route since Super Bowl.